Right, it's Brad Monk here. We are looking at the illusion, waking up from the illusion. I'm going to give you some spiritual hacks throughout the video, little tips that I do. So enjoy the video. If you've not seen me before, please subscribe, because the more people I can share this wonderful experience of over 10 years of soul searching and finding answers from and channeling and quotes and one thing and another. I mean, I've been going since, 35 plus years, learning so much that I want to share with you guys and help you on your spiritual journey, and to understand that once you've awakened, your will change, but then you need to find your own inner voice to understand the journey. So let's get into it, the video. Hi, this is Brad Monk here. This subject means a lot to me. It is time to awaken from the illusion. I see it all around us. Fifth dimension here, and, raising our vibration. This is not how the universe works. And so I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just a simple person who learned to tap into a world of wisdom called the universe, and realized it was a total opposite to what I thought. And the realization that my vibration was creating my reality. And while I was working through my mind, I was also creating my experience. And then I started to awaken to see a whole new world full of unconditional love, through seeing the best in people, connecting to souls on a different wavelength than I ever realized. Once I took down the barrier, then all of a sudden I realized that I was connected to all, and that all were connected to me. And so if I started to blame or shame or do any of these things, that was just allowing the ego in to separate me. All these different talks is a way to share and ignite people, but a guru is only a person who's not going to hold your hand. The true essence of what a spiritual guru should be doing is holding the space so you can find your own inner voice, your own inner core, your energy source to the world. And then eventually you start to connect with everything, and you start to work through the heart. That is the key to it all. But I'm getting a bit tired of all this illusional stuff that's just separating people from who they are. We're all wanting to fix ourselves. We're all wanting to have the perfect partner, the perfect life. There is no such thing. Some of us had to make sacrifices, have been brought on this earth to make sacrifices. And which is obviously not a nice world. I've ended up at some rotten places, but it was because I was being of service. It's because I chose that life. And so when you understand this, then you can change the way you vibrate. You can change the way you think. And so this is going to open up a whole new way of thinking. And that's why I love looking outside the box. I love seeing the connections. And, I'm just a down-to-earth medium who suddenly tapped into a world of being connected to all. Also, I'm connected to the heavens that I've just found out. I couldn't understand why my mediumship seemed a little bit different to other people's. Why I could see a different way of looking at life. That's not because I'm talented. That's not because I've got a gift. The realization that in a past life I was a medium as well. And sometimes it's just opening a book. And this is what I share with people. People say to me, why do you give us all the information, Steve, so openly? Because it's given to me openly. And in sharing with you guys, I evolve. And at the moment, people are struggling because their houses are getting polluted. Their bodies are getting polluted. Their minds are getting polluted. The ways that we would normally cleanse or let go of stuff is being stifled. Our emotions are starting to be held on to more. We were looking at all this wonderful media, which is excellent for interacting, but you're not doing what you would normally do. You're not releasing the emotions. You're being triggered into a meltdown mode all the time, where you see this world of perfect people, perfect lives, and you start labeling yourself. And you don't understand that every time you call yourself something, you are going to create to actually be that. I was frightened of being overweight. And look at me now. 7 times I lost all the weight and got down. And those who know me know that I go up and down, until you start to understand that the programming that I had in place, the fear of not being good enough, the fear that I wasn't the right weight for football or to fit into this illusional world. And so then I even stopped myself from playing professional football by creating an illness that stopped me in my tracks. And it was, the most strangest of illnesses. I had glandular fever, which just meant that I couldn't do anything. And I'd always worked through illnesses and worked through anything. But this one put me on my back for about 4 or 5 days until an old lady told me a little secret to clearing that out. Then when I got the chance to be a professional footballer, I got an injury on my back, which is from overtraining. And it caused abscesses in my back, and I ended up being 8 months out. So I missed my first opportunity to be a professional footballer. And then I realised I created that. When I channeled later on, I created that because I loved working with people. I loved helping with people. I loved sharing with people. And so my mediumship life was really more what I wanted to do. But because it was sort of a gift that I felt that I could share with people, I could go and play any position on any football, and I just loved playing. I never even liked watching. I preferred playing because it was part of who I was. But then to understand the world that I created, and that's what sent me on a 10-year journey to find all the answers. And then I found all the answers, and I try and share this, but unless you've experienced it, you'll not understand. And that's what I said to you. We're so caught up in this illusional world that we're not really seeing the true picture of what's going on. You know, being who we are is the gift. We get this so much searching to be things and do things that we ended up living other people's lives. The gift or the calling is to get you to do something or to search for something, so that you will let go of lessons of the past life and childhood and one thing and another. The gift is the message often that we share or we download from the universe, that we interact with others. But that's been taken away from us now, because everybody wants a quick fix. Everybody wants to watch a video that's a minute long that fulfills their life. Everybody's searching for something to heal them or to save them or a person to save them. And this is not going to work. This is all the illusion. You came as a perfect energy. So anything that you've created in your life is what you're vibrating. Any lack is what you're vibrating. And when you understand that, you can change your mindset. There's a lot more complications to it, but it's the opposite to our thoughts. It really is. And when we understand that, we can live a more peaceful life. Being who you are is your greatest gift, because you were put on this earth to play a part. And so to not be who you are or not to do what you love is separating yourself from sharing with others. I see all these people with the relationships and stuff. The reason they can't find a relationship is because they're not being who they are. The soulmates that come forward often show us that we were loved unconditionally in heaven. So when we understand that, then they're only here for a certain time. This is what I found on my journey. I even vowed not to love in a past life, which means that I spend my time in this life helping others to find and be loved. And that is the key to it all. We're all wanting to be loved, every single one of us. But we struggle to love ourselves because we're too busy looking at all the insecurities and the fears and labeling ourselves. We're depressed, we're down, we'll never find a partner because we have all these major issues. You have no issues, only ones that you created. You wasn't born with these conditions. Yes, some conditions you chose so that you could experience and share and help others, but that's the sacrifice that you brought about before you came here. I'm just seeing too much of the illusion that's separating everybody. And until you find your inner space. Now, here's a couple of little hacks for you. As you see, I've got my waterfall behind me. That picture has still got the vibration of the waterfall. So I come and sit next to it. This is a £10 eBay item that I got. And I come and sit next to this and I can feel the energy of the waterfall. Why? Because everything has got the vibration. So that helps to cleanse me. If I get into nature, I go and sit there and wait for nature to connect with me. And then I know that my energy is good, because if it can connect with me, it means that I've prepared the vessel to be able to share in the experience. Playing music in the background. I've created, or what I've said is that I've sourced music that I've added together that just will cleanse your home. I've even created and if you go to my house cleanse on my playlist, I've created a music you can play with me actually saying and cleansing your home, because our home is where we're dumping all the negativity that we absorb from others. So many empaths are struggling because they're automatically taking other people's energies and not letting go of it. Nature cleanse is the key to it all, because you can bring nature into your home, even physical with a plant, or you can actually just imagine the sun, the moon, the waterfall, a tree's energy, all this energy around your home. And what's the difference in vibration? We really need that at the moment, because there's so much negativity and our senses are getting blocked and our chakras are getting blocked and overworking. Our body is working too much on trying to repair, but it can't, because it's still stuck in all this overload of negativity, all this triggering that we're having by the social media, that everybody's focusing on the outside and not the inside, and not being connected, trying to fit into a world that you can't fit into, because nobody can fit into it with the way they're acting. So spirituality for me is what I give to the world. I want to share in an experience and help others to help myself. And then sometimes I let people down, and some people let me down. They don't mean to, and I don't mean to. But we get so caught up in this illusional world that we forget what we're here for. We forget that we should just be enjoying and creating and passionate about who we are. And then we will meet people who have the same. And that's how we get relationships that are the same. It's not about whether we look good or we have certain things or we have certain money or anything like that. That's not going to get us connected to one another. It's actually going to separate us in a lot of ways. You imagine the rich people. How many rich people have got a lot of friends? And then you'll understand stuff. The money is just energy. It's not about that. It's our connection to oneself that is then reflected to the world and then reflected back to us. So if you're not happy with your life, don't look to others, because you'll only attract those who are not happy with their lives. So you both will learn. And that's what the mind is all about. You search for all these things to fix you when you're already fixed. You are the drop of water searching to be part of the ocean when the ocean is searching to be part of you. When you understand that, then you understand enlightenment. that everything is relative to the journey. Every single thing is part of your journey. And when you understand that, you could truly start to live, because then you get back to the moment, and then you enjoy the moment, and then the moment creates the next moment, and then creates your life. Then your spiritual path starts to show, and then you just automatically experience in life healing and your journey without no blockages that you've created or you've absorbed from others if you're an empath. So the illusion is basically all these things that separate us. And when you understand that, you understand the whole life has been that you've just separated. And that's why you can't feel the love and the support from the universe or from the source or whoever you believe is out there. Spiritual gurus ignite us. It depends on us to find our way, to find our inner self, so that we can connect also to their wisdom that they get. That's all it is. They've just learned to tap into. So please, connect yourself, look within, meditate, enjoy life. Doesn't matter whatever you're doing, whatever you're being, whether you're an artist or whatever, you have a part to play. You know, you have your bit to do. Just being you is the key to it. Then you allow other people to share in your wonderful experience.